love giving people movie recommendations. People that I know, friends that I know, always come to me and ask me what movie or what TV shows. And I wanted to start this as a series of movie recommendations, and every video will have like a theme behind it, and this one will be anime movies. I recently been talking about Your Name. Your Name is such a good movie. It's directed by Makoto Shinkai, and I love Your Name because it's about two teenagers, Taki and Mitsuha, who just switch bodies randomly on random days, and they're trying to get through life. Taki, he lives in Tokyo. Mitsuha lives in like a little town, and it's just such a good movie. Now, visually, I'm a visual person because I watched this movie the first time 2 years ago. Now, this movie came out, I believe, around 2016, 2017. And the moment I start watching this movie, I was like visually shocked, you know, because I'm a visual person. I love detail when it comes to anime movies. It's like my favorite thing. My other thing about anime movies, especially with Your Name, is that it just, the storytelling is so good. Because I will say this, when you first watch the movie, you're like, what the heck is going on? It takes a minute to figure out, you know, what's going on. Maybe the first, I'll say couple minutes. And it's just such a really, really good movie. And I recently talked about it on my other platforms, and people in the comment section was like, oh, I love that movie too. Because I'm telling you, visually, this movie is just amazing. The other movie that I want to talk about is Weathering with You, which is also directed by Makoto Shinkai. He does some really good movies. He really, really does. And this movie came out in 2019, and I was just on streaming one day, and I was just going through movies, like which anime movies I haven't watched. This came up, and this movie is about a boy and a girl. The boy, I think he ran away, and then he's looking for a job, and he comes across like a newspaper thing, and he comes across Sunshine Girl, which that's where the girl comes in. This girl's an orphan, and she has the ability to control weather. And she also has a little brother. And this movie also has really good storytelling, and visually, same thing. Now, the first movie I was talking about, Your Name, Taki and Mitsuha appears in Weathering with You, which I love. When I first watched it, I did not notice. I swear, I did not notice. And then the second time I watched it, I was like, I know that. And then it clicked, right? Makoto Shinkai, which I noticed through his films, it's visually, that's the first thing I checked. The second thing I noticed, the story, because Your Name was like, I went through so many emotions with Your Name. I cried, I laughed, I love the little sister from Your Name, and Weathering with You, same thing. It's like, you sad, but you're also, you know, you're going through the motions with Weathering with You. Now, the third movie, which came out in 1989, is Kiki's Delivery. I always go back to Kiki's Delivery because Kiki Delivery is one of those movies that is just so good. Yes, it came out in 1989, but like, the girl, she's a witch, her name's Kiki, and she has a cat named Juju. Hopefully I said that right. And Gigi, excuse me, Juju, Gigi. And she's a witch, and she's going on her own, and she's helping people and stuff like that. It's rough, you know, for her and stuff like that. She's trying to, you know, go through the motions as a witch and stuff like that. That's also a good movie to watch when the reason why I started with anime movies first is because I feel like people need to get outside of their box because Stop. I know people that stay inside their box. They only watch action. They only watch drama. They only watch mystery. Go outside of your box, because I did that almost 5, 6 years ago. I did that as a person that loves talking about movies. I was like, okay, let me make my knowledge of movies broader, and I went to anime. Um, Now, I was already watching anime TV shows when I was a teenager, and I stumbled around anime movies. And as of like when I got in not my late 20s, my early 20s, I started getting into more of it and stuff like that, and I love it. What I'm saying is that you'll find a new like outlook of like, oh, there's other stuff. There's anime movies, there's anime TV shows. You will love it. And the characters, most of these movies that I've been watching, like the ones I've been saying, Your Name, Weathering with You, and Kiki's Delivery, there's so much more that I will be talking about. Those movies have really good storytelling. The animation's really good. And I love the fact when you watch older anime movies and then you watch the newer ones, when you watch older ones, you be like, ooh, this is so good. And you have that same effect when you watch the newer ones with like Your Name and Weathering with You. There's a bunch more. But like, me particularly, I go to the ones, I like action ones, I love romance ones. The romance ones be so good when it comes to the movie ones and the anime TV, the TV shows. Those ones be so good too. Because you get into it, you get into these characters, and they're just so good. And I look at, because I should have said this in the beginning, but I did say this, but I am a visual person. I love detail. When it comes to animation and anime, it's like I love detail. The more detail you put in it, the more I'm going to look at it. The more detail from the storytelling, and the storytelling is really good from each of these movies, I'm going to notice that. When you put so many details in a character, I'm going to love it. Because with Kiki Delivery, the detail they put into her, and she's going on her own to be a witch, and she's young, and she's helping people, and she's doing all these things, and it's such a really good movie. With Your Name, with Mitsuha and Taki, yeah, they switch bodies, but they're trying to figure it out and stuff like that. There's a deeper thing that goes into the Your Name. I'm not going to say it because I want people to watch it. But all these movies that I'm talking about you can get to them. they're really easy to find. And I just wanted to talk about those three movies because those three movies are movies that I always go to. There's more, which I will talk about, but I always go to those. And this will be a series because I have other movies I want to talk about. And I'm going to say this because people recommend me movies, which I love because I have not watched every movie. You know what I'm saying? I love all types of genres of movie, whatever. I love all types of movies, even TV shows, and there's just so many good, and I know I haven't watched every anime movie. And if you guys got recommendations, leave comments down below because I will watch them and I will do reviews on them in a heartbeat. But I wanted to talk about that. And if you guys are not subscribed to me, subscribe to me. I will put all of my social media because I do post stuff over there too. And I hope everyone is having a good day. Bye.